All right. Welcome back. Fubara, the lost governor of Rivers. The lost governor of Rivers. Is Fubara still a leader or just a survivor? Critics say the governor has officially surrendered his direction to Aso Rock. While Shehu Sani predicts a Tinubu victory, Governor Siminalayi Fubara seems to be betting on it. Analysts on Arise News TV today labeled Fubara as one of the biggest political letdowns, accusing him of failing to define its own political party. Reports suggest the governor is now banking everything on President Tinubu to suppress the Nyesom Wike phenomenon in exchange for an automatic ticket in 2027. He has even begun mobilizing traditional rulers to push for the president's re-election. Fubara supporters are confused. Is he still a PDP man, or has he officially surrendered the soul of Rivers just to stay in office? Give us the analysis, sir.
Well, the simple answer to that genuine quest or inquiry, whether a rhetorical question, whatever the classification may be, that is he still a PDP man, or whether he has said he openly renounced his membership of the People's Democratic Party, and way before Nyesom Wike, lawyer, former governor, two-time in Rivers State, and now, by the grace of federal might and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Minister of Federal Capital Territory, reigns as the lord of the Nigerian destabilization project. Way before the guy started his so-called Rainbow Coalition, nothing like the Rainbow Coalition that was so impressive originally from the late Reverend Jesse Jackson in the United States. Nothing, no comparison between the two at all. This one, arising from state capture, owed down the, the breathing pipe of the opposition in Nigeria to give undue advantage to the Bola Ahmed Tinubu presidency. And so before this guy started touting the project of Rainbow Coalition, something so nebulous, amorphous, and unknown to the Constitution of Nigeria, that a man, just one man, could maintain membership and control and lordship of two political groupings or several political groupings. Now that the summit in Ibadan had said, several political associations, maybe about 16 or 14 at the last time, had come together as opposition to form alliance to float, to sponsor just one presidential candidate against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Something they are all saying, it's not allowed. But they have not seen that standard. If it is not political and moral hypocrisy, I wonder what that should be described. What it would fit the description or the tag in the case of Nyesom Wike. Now, if Governor Siminalayi Fubara had said, has already concluded and has jumped both ahead of Nyesom Wike and any other person that he sponsored to go and become the gladiators within APC in Rivers State. I don't know why anybody is asking the question at this point. Where does Siminalayi Fubara belong? What do they expect him to do? And I think they're referring on Arise TV specifically to the fact that he hosted the meeting or the can we call it confab or conference of traditional rulers in the southern part of Nigeria this past weekend, where he was virtually the quiet the choir master or music director on the 2027 candidacy of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I think that is the specific development they are pointing to. I think what the grapevine is saying is that if anybody is going to describe Governor Simlaye Fubara of Rivers State as somebody that lacks color or character, as somebody who doesn't give straight political direction to his followers in Rivers State, then all the other governors that have defected, and even those who have turned themselves, people like Governor Hope of Imo State, who have virtually become Abuja residents, not staying in the state where they were elected to govern. All of them will be guilty, such that today, what the feelers we are getting is that because Tinubu, because if Fubara is hanging his political survivor, his possible candidacy on the intervention from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it looks like it's not going to happen, because Bola Ahmed Tinubu has come out plainly to tell the people who have been decamping and all governors under APC to go back home and work with their party members. At least they are beginning to sense the fact that common Nigerians, ordinary Nigerians, are coming together as a people, and that they are not going to tolerate imposition in the name of consensus candidacy. So, if Fubara was expecting Tinubu to endorse an arrangement in which, he will be, his ends will be raised as the standard bearer for APC in Rivers State, that is not going to happen. If I were Governor Fubara, I probably, I'm not a politician, and it's so easy for us as bookmakers or analysts to want to look at it as something that is easy. If it's that easy, then it shouldn't have been this complicated. But at least I was thinking Fubara would give it some decent trial and a good fight to say that, okay, he is the incumbent governor. Whatever he's going to take, he will want to take on Nyesom Wike. But Nyesom Wike is a man that I have always referred to as useful idiot, as they say in Russia. The overwhelming support of federal might in Nigeria seems to be working in his favor. And he does not even know how to caution himself and understand that the dance is as good, or the drum beat is as good as when the audience keep clapping. But in this case, it doesn't know where to stop. So salvation will not come from Tinubu unless Tinubu tries to save Fubara from possible embarrassment. But if Tinubu did not do it, in the case of Ambode in Lagos in the past, at least he's shown people severally through some of his former deputies and past in this specific situation, former Governor Ambode in Lagos, that that it's possible of dishing anybody, of letting down anybody, all in the name of Baba Sope. And this Baba Sope syndrome, we're going to shed more light on it in our special segment when we touch on the event of the Ibadan Summit of Opposition Politicians, in our next segment. But understand that Fubara cannot be fully blamed for anything he has chosen to embrace in his attempt to survive the drowning saga that he's been faced with, at least for months now. He's been humiliated, he's been battered, is been clobbered, yet it's still standing. Like you and I ought to know, in journalism, we follow the facts. We cannot jump ahead of these gladiators and actors, as we do not, even if we know. There is grace in maintaining that dignity of not knowing at all. So proceeding with caution, what I would say is that we should let all this play out. At the end of the day, we'll know if somebody has been gamed or somebody has been scammed, because several of these governors are already groaning. They are saying, with the new attitude of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they are even regretting ever abandoning SHAPE and decamping into APC. The day will tell.
All right. Yeah. Welcome back. So, ladies and gentlemen, join the conversations. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. We're now going into the special of the week, and we'll be right back.